So I am a startup, and I work with startups. And so I'm a bit nervous, actually, presenting to you here, all with established, well-respected firms with a great history of innovation. And I was also terrified to find out that I was following the speaker from McLaren's, and I thought he would bring his great cars here and play amazing videos that got you very excited, and I thought I was not going to be able to top that. So I'm not going to be able to top that, I'm sorry. Instead, I'm going to do something quirky, which is kind of what we do at Level 39. Just to let you know, we are a technology accelerator in Canary Wharf Group. A home to startups and to innovators and to corporations who are looking to engage the startup and developer community to come up with new ideas. But I thought I'd read you a poem to start off with because it embodies, for me, the boldness and the leadership and entrepreneurial spirit that we are all looking for and that is needed for innovation. It's called The Plan. Take any mind, open its doors. Remove all news, all views on wars, the thought of censor or applause, the ratio of slights to cheers. Peel back the clutter of the years, paranoid doubts, ungrounded fears. Evict the hearsay, then the fact, the wondering how you should react, the dream of what your life has lacked. Smugness for all you have achieved, banish whatever you've believed, all doctrines proved and preconceived, all shopping lists, tasks underway, the papers piled in your in-tray, tomorrow ditto yesterday. Take your own mind, knock down the walls, let wind gust freely through its halls, empty the grand tier, circle stalls. Then, with the view completely clear, real life as far as it is near, sit back and have your best idea. So Level 39 hopes to be a space where corporates and governments and startups can have some good ideas. All right, here goes my presentation. So we come from various different industries, and all of our industries are ready for innovation. For us, particularly in the financial services sector, we are facing a lot of change. Many of us face industry disruptions like changing regulation or new competitors, technological advances with smartphone technologies, the rising broadband connectivity, and changing consumer behaviors, changing ways we purchase, and a move towards the mobile life and e-commerce. Financial services in the UK is in a particular state of disruption and innovation for the good and for the bad. London is a global leader in financial services with a great history. We employ 1 million people in the industry. We're the largest originator of cross-border bank lending. We are very well situated geographically to participate in the Asian and the US markets, largest international insurance and reinsurance markets, a history of innovative financial models, 40% of global FX trading takes place in London, et cetera, et cetera. But the financial services industry is in a massive state of change. We have legacy constraints. Customers perceive our industry badly. The industry is being disintermediated by new players, and regulatory challenges are constraining the incumbents. But there are excellent opportunities. There is increasing appetite for new and alternative forms of financial services. There are interesting regulatory developments and innovative new ideas around equity crowdfunding emerging, and the UK has had a history of trying to pilot and pioneer new financial services models. The Fintech subsectors are growing faster than GDP. Their rate of growth is growing faster at 4.9%. And over $1 billion US is now being earmarked for venture capital funds in 2013 alone. So what are the innovations that are emerging from our accelerator and other accelerators in financial services? So digital currencies is a hot topic. Bitcoin is changing the way that the unbanked participate in commerce. It's reducing barriers. It's disintermediating. It's changing the way that we think about currency and the way that we purchase. Peer-to-peer transactions are emerging, enabling lending across a public sector, and crowdfunding. So we can now fund our ideas and our projects by engaging with our friends and a broad group of people. And challenger banks and financial services are now emerging, delivering new models to bank and to plan and to invest. These are some of the companies that are coming out of our accelerator. eToro is a particularly interesting one. They've developed a social media backed trading platform. So an investor can develop their own personal profile and you can find friends and follow investors. So where do we start at Level 39? First, we designed a space. And we are trying to pioneer a new generation of working space in Canary Wharf. I'm sure all of you have a sort of sterile corporate vision of Canary Wharf. But what we're trying to do on the 39th floor of the iconic One Canada Square, which is currently in the midst of clouds at the moment, is set up a collaborative shared office space and ideation space that can bring together a variety of different stakeholders. It's backed and sponsored by Canary Wharf Group, which gives us tremendous freedom and access to the entire estate. And what we're trying to do is attract, accelerate, and scale new technology businesses and develop the TMT sector and community in the Canary Wharf estate. It was designed by Gensler, the architecture firm that brought you Facebook and Google. So we try to be a blend of the playfulness that attracts techies and developers, as well as the professionalism of the banking sector. So how I like to explain it, the entrepreneurs can come to the space and shine the shoes and put on a jacket, and then the bankers can loosen their ties, and we can foster a kind of mingling there through the different types of spaces that we have designed. We specialize in 3 themes, and these themes are complementary in Canary Wharf. The first being the Fintech innovation track, and that is because, of course, we're situated in a thriving finance community. We have a great ecosystem of clients, of mentors, and investors that are interested in coming to the space and providing resources to the entrepreneurs. And of course, they're very interested in understanding what are the new tech innovations emerging from the sector. We also specialize in retail. Canary Wharf has the fourth largest shopping mall in London, with UK's highest grossing shopper there. A lot of traders, some of you are probably in the room, making flash decisions and then going down on their lunch hour and making very quick purchasing decisions as well. The car show is actually quite interesting. So when McLaren's brings their beautiful cars, they actually sell, it's one of the most successful car shows at Canary Wharf, because people make flash decisions even about those vehicles. Surprising. We also hope to build the next generation of retail space. And here's a photo of the new Crossrail station, which is being put in at Canary Wharf, which will enable a more seamless experience between the digital and the physical retail space. This is enabled by free Wi-Fi we've set up in the estate. And finally, we are exploring the technologies of future cities. Canary Wharf was a pioneer in future cities infrastructure, and we are interested in pioneering and piloting smart city technologies in the development of Wood Wharf, which is another 25 acres east of Canary Wharf, which is on the horizon. So these themes are complementary because we see businesses with technologies and exploring ideas that are shared across the industries. Big data analytics, cloud computing, mobile living, and the sharing economy. What happens at level 39? I'm going to get on to our great work with Dassault STEM and the innovation program there, but more broadly, we have a great program of mentorship for entrepreneurs, connecting them with the banking community to provide them with great feedback on their products. We run hackathons there, and for those of you who don't know what a hackathon is, it's a developer day, also known as a mini jam or skunk works, where we invite developers together, innovators, into a room. We give them a challenge, a theme, and we say, we give them a lot of pizza and Red Bull and some beer sometimes as well. And they code these beautiful new products. They work with people they've never worked with before. And in 48 hours, they actually produce an application they demo. And those are sponsored by the likes of PayPal or Facebook. And they win all kinds of new toys. And it's an incredible mechanism to rapidly prototype new applications. So we run these hackathons there, which are proving to be quite successful. We also host ideation salons, and that sounds like a bit of a fluffy term, but the first one we ran was for the Technology Strategy Board, the Future Cities Catapult Center, and we explored the challenges with current models of financing large infrastructure projects. So we brought together disagreeing stakeholders from the public and private sector to talk about what are the current models, what are the challenges, and what ways can we ideate new models in the future so that we can build smarter cities. How do we get these things off the ground? We also run conferences there. The Wired Money conference was there this year, and we've also hosted more controversial conferences like the Bitcoin conference. So we're good at managing, trying to manage those many stakeholders. We also run innovation programs there, and they are designed and delivered by Pivotal Innovations. And these are customized accelerator programs. They're startup competitions. And we work with governments and corporates who are looking to innovate, to build new products, to enter into the UK marketplace, to find the new venturing opportunity or the new M&A opportunity. And we design a startup competition around the corporate's goals, determining the theme, and then we put it out to the startup sector to come and apply and be part of these programs. Through these programs, we're nurturing the startups by giving them access to great mentorship and curriculum. We also, as I mentioned, off the back of our ideation salons, publish reports and contribute to policy discussions around these themes. So we were asked to write a report about the emerging fintech innovations in the sector. So we do that there as well. Our work with Dassault started back in March, and we are running a really interesting, innovative challenge, the 3D Fintech Challenge, we've branded it. And this is a custom design accelerator program leveraging the technology of Dassault to support startups to build new products to aid visualization in client data for the financial services sector. So we began the project by understanding what the real needs were by the client. We ran a number of executive breakfasts where we asked CIOs and CTOs and the community what were their real challenges around customer data management. And we talked about what their ideal solutions might be. And they actually set the theme of the challenge. We listened to them, we tried to re-articulate what they were saying to us, and we designed the challenge around their needs. Then we made the call to the startup sector, and we through a selection process, identified 6 great businesses that we're working with now in the incubator. giving them mentoring, training, access to the technical support by the Dassault team, giving them access to our community and shared support services. And in the end, we finish in November. There will be a demo day and a winner, and they will receive not only the benefits of the curriculum and the support and the access to the technological resources that Dassault has provided, but also the chance to pilot with some of the CIOs and CTOs who were involved in determining what that challenge needed to solve. We hope they scale up and stay within Canary Wharf, of course. So what makes this program unique? It's a really interesting approach towards innovation. So it was really driven, as I said, and shaped by the client needs. Because Level 39 is a neutral third-party platform, we were able to bring together many different people to articulate what the challenges were. We had incredible CEO and executive engagement across Dassault System, which we've heard from the startups has been one of the most encouraging and beneficial elements of the program. Significant technical support, and we have delivered a diverse set of content. So we are delivering workshops on user experience, on design, on the current regulatory environment, on IP, on licensing. It's an intense and hands-on accelerator program to maintain focus. It's 6 weeks, seminars, workshops, mentoring with highly skilled professionals. And there is no claim on the startup equity. It still belongs to the startup. This program has enabled the startup to stand on the shoulders of giants, so to speak. And the industry incumbent has enabled the innovative, emerging technologies to flourish, to get to market more rapidly. So we talk a lot about designing innovation into your organization. And for us, it's not just about the technology. It's not just about the solution and the product or a well-funded product development process. But it's also about the human-centric nature of the tools and experiences we're trying to design. So we try and bring in this cross-disciplinary input into the program. We are hoping to build products that enable better insight and better decision-making, improved engagement for the banking sector, and to create tools that are enjoyable to use as well. And what are the requirements of these innovations? For us, clearly it's about leadership and vision. It's about a well-designed innovation process, about thoughtfully putting together content that will be relevant to the startups and the developers and the innovators, but also compelling enough to the purchaser, the client. And it's about cross-disciplinary collaboration in our space. And as I said, bringing together engineers and technologists and business people to build the solutions of the future. I wanted to play you a video that has inspired us, and I think is a really good example of how carefully you need to approach your innovation process and your innovation departments, and how building it into the DNA of what it is that you do requires clear intention, and it also requires a great attentiveness to your client. And it's been a great pleasure to work with the team at Dassault System in helping our community accelerate their ideas in this sector. So I will play the video now. Sound on? was a very emotional and inspiring video. When I saw that for the first time, I thought it really it captured how well-designed visualization can be a really powerful emotive tool and can incentivize certain types of behavior and thinking. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for your attention today. It was a pleasure to be here, and I hope you'll all come and visit us at Level 39 so I can show you personally around the space and show you about some of the solutions we're developing there. Thank you.